What's going on, people? It's your boy Odell, man. We're back for Odell's RoundTable, and the discussion got started and it's real lively. And we got the homeboy Knots is in the house.
Old lady stuff. I apologize.
It's all good.
The professional and stuff.
You know what's funny, Knots? As much as Dre enjoys having you here, this is the one time where Dre was kind of like, I'm okay.
That was good, man. I wasn't gonna lie, man. I kind of hope you got a flat or something. And you needed me to come help you out. I was gonna come get you right after the finish.
You held it down. He took a couple of my lines. I'm not gonna. I felt the ways about it at one point.
Okay, yeah.
But he held it down though. As always.
So we were talking about, let's bring you to discussion. Top 3 things we kind of feel in a relationship. We're talking about, communication.
So many shots.
We're talking about finance.
Yeah, I heard.
And we're talking about, commitment issues or
all wrong.
Outsourcing.
All wrong.
All wrong.
All wrong.
All of them?
Well, all wrong to me because actually, you know what? I take it back because
what's your top?
Most of those first 3 were all wrong, but y'all kind of recouped and y'all started hitting on my 3.
Okay.
Real 3.
Okay. Ooh, I like this.
Okay, this is a real.
So just to recap, y'all talked about ambition. That was so big. I was like, look at them. I'm so proud. I was like, they covered that. Security was my second one. And personality changes, which y'all covered as well.
Well, emotional intelligence, huh?
Exactly.
There we go.
So all the other you talking about.
But security kind of falls into finance a little bit, right?
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. Because I know broke people. I know rich people with a woman to step out or the man to step out, but the finances are so strong, they're not leaving a relationship. Your question was, would it be enough for the person to leave the relationship? You see what I'm saying? Okay. So finances is hardly ever the real deal problem. You know what I mean? But you talking about security, where a man doesn't feel like a woman's got my back, or the woman feels like I just don't feel safe around you. They gotta go. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the difference is. So
okay, so Knots is throwing his 3 into the discussion, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I mean, and that's. I think there's a lot of things. That's what we need to talk about.
Right.
I think one thing we left out too is there's a lot of people that's self-centered. They're very selfish.
Yeah,
so
I've dealt with some.
They're always talking about what you got to offer me, where you stay, where you work, how much money you make. Right.
Bring anything.
Huh? So we got the selfish. I think that's all of these are important. I guess, but those are the more important ones to him.
Right.
Now that's security. So you're saying that it doesn't mean money. It's just security is saying, if it's not about money, then what is the security that's holding them in there?
emotional.
Emotional security.
That's just nature. I'm always talking about nature and back to the root of everything. If the woman doesn't feel safe, if the man doesn't feel like he could trust her, then that's the security I'm talking about. We talking about long term, not no 3, 4, 6 month nonsense. Talking about real deal stuff. If she doesn't feel secure, she doesn't feel safe, and she doesn't feel like I could let him take the lead, like you were saying, they gonna be out. The ladies gonna be out. No matter what it is, no matter what you're doing, how much money you make, it's not gonna matter. If they don't feel like I can trust you to guide us where we need to go to build this legacy, then I ain't sticking around. As hard as it may be to lead, no matter the physical attributes, the money, that's nature, that's ingrained in every human being, no matter what race it is. So that's what I mean by security and emotional security and you building me up and things like that as well. So
that's
But
something
don't
you
you
can
have
work
to be
on.
secure within yourself?
damn right.
Yeah.
Got to be that
Just
first.
as secure as you are in your relationship, you have to be that much more secure within yourself in order for one, you to even participate effectively in this relationship, and 2, for you to not walk out at any sign of trouble.
True. Because a lot of dudes will fake the funk and get loud. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're like, yo, don't be talking about. All right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then behind closed doors, he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got no way to build you up, and it's just emptiness. It's all a front. You know what I mean? So it's got to be genuine. It's got to be authentic. And women know. They know. Just they have the in-tuneness about what's going on. And I'm just saying that to get points, whatever, but there's actual.
Yeah, you trying to get little points, though.
I ain't got to get no points.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, nothing wrong with getting points as well.
When you put no points like Kobe doing 81s on the regular, you don't need to try to get extra points.
Like Dre said.
I'm not even a Kobe fan. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is.
Numbers on the board.
On the board.
No, but it kind of goes to the fact that, as kind of Dre was saying, if you're going to get into a relationship, you have to be working on yourself first.
Right.
Be in a certain secure place. because I don't know if you heard that when Dre said earlier, like he feels like if you don't have those 3 things straight, you shouldn't even be in the relationship game.
I heard that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I agree with him too. Like I said, me and Dre normally agree. we have to communicate it differently, which is a good thing.
Communication. You know y'all got to communicate this out.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? So reach different people that way. But no, I heard that part, and he was right. You know, I agree with that. It's just those 3 are important, but I think these 3 are like the root. You know what I'm saying? Those are the leaves and the branches, but the roots of it are the 3 that I was talking about.
Now, Dre, you were saying that when it comes to communication, you had something you want to touch on?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think with communication, I think that it's not so much communication is just period. Like if you're in a relationship, I think the big mistake a lot of people make is who they are talking to about their relationship. You got a homeboy that is reckless as hell. He lived with his mama, and you go talk to him about your grown folks shit. You got some grown folks stuff. You wouldn't talk to a minor about it. So guess what? You get some bad advice.
Right.
Same thing with women. Women that have, I don't know what it is about women. It seems like to me like y'all have some really weird relationships. Y'all be
there's some
polished.
here. You talk to them.
Y'all have a very y'all be very polished, but then y'all know a girl or run with a girl that's reckless. She don't really fit. Like, how did you get with her? Like, for she's entertainment to you.
Right.
Well, she should just be entertainment. You should never ever go to her and talk about what grown folks are doing because she's reckless. Right. So you're gonna get some reckless advice. So I think with communication, I think that it's who are you talking to about your relationships that have a lot to do with what happens in your relationship because they influence your thoughts. So whenever you're mad and you go to your homegirl, she's not saying, okay, well, I know you, and you reckless at the mouth. So I know there's another side to it because you are reckless. I've seen you be reckless. If she don't understand you like that, you probably shouldn't be talking to her because your friends should tell you, hey, look, obviously you like this dude. I don't know how happy he makes you. I don't know really how bad it is. You should be getting some real, hey, take it easy, think about it because it was once good. You should have that kind of advice versus, nah, girl, he cheated. Go ahead, line him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so next thing you know,
but doesn't all men and women they have like that ratchet friend or that ratchet?
But what I'm trying to say, whenever you're in a relationship, you talk to him about ratchetness and the ratchetness in the world. You don't bring him into your relationship because you can't. Because that communication is going to, especially if you're seeking to get some advice, you don't get advice from people that aren't better off than you in relationships. If you're trying to be successful in your relationship, you need to try to find somebody that's better off than you. Okay?
So I need to stop getting advice from Trina then.
Whoa, Odie. Wait.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
But you need to be taking advice from me. Okay.
Now, you know I mess with you, Trina.
Probably somebody.
But you do have homegirls that you don't get advice from. I know.
I don't get advice from my homegirls because I know where I'm. First of all, I don't talk to. I try not to. I'm going to say that. Try not to talk to anyone about my relationship. If I'm going to communicate, I'm communicating with my mate. That when you said communication, that's what I was referring to. Right. Nobody else is in this but me and him. So that's where the communication starts and ends. If I'm talking about him to somebody else, there's a problem. Why can't I talk to you about this, that, and the other? Why am I talking to Janine and Janine ain't got no man? She's the outsourced one or whatever.
We know people with the name Janine.
Exactly, but
Oh Lord, here we go.
No,
you be out in the spit. Quick, give the names that we.
I don't know what to say. But anyway, no, I don't. I try not to. I focus my communication with him because that's who I'm in a relationship with. That's who I'm committed to.
Okay, but not even the problem is, Trina, you can't even communicate the good to that reckless homegirl. Exactly. Because now she's saying, you know what? I don't got nobody. And Patrina, she got this good dude.
Very, very
So next thing you know, whenever she come by, she got some extra itty bitty shorts on all of a sudden because you communicated to one of your people that should be just an associate. You know how that goes. Am I missing? So she's saying, real. Okay, well, if he's that good, then I might need to have that.
Right. And what does she have that I don't have? And how come she got it?
She got something.
Absolutely.
That's real. Which is another reason why I don't talk to females about my situation.
So who do you talk to? Other than him, like, do you like talk to anyone?
I talk to God.
Oh, really?
There you go.
That's beautiful.
There you go.
I talk to my mama.
Okay, there you
my
go.
mother
That's
had
right.
sound advice.
There
My
you
mother
go.
had very sound advice.
Somebody outside of your
Yes,
peers.
I will say that, but
that's a much better source
Right.
outside of your peers.
Yes.
Wait,
a
what did
better
your mama
source.
say? That's what I want to know. What did she tell you?
Well, my mother always tells me to
I love
go
when your
to the
mama
man.
say
Yeah,
stuff.
my mother.
I love it when your
my
mama
mother
say
is-
stuff.
Yeah, my
Your
mother.
mama told-
My mother, she tells me stuff that I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
She tells me stuff that I don't want to hear.
For example, give me an example.
Well, you know, I am a spoiled person, and I'm used to getting my shut up. I'm used to getting my way. So she told me you have to compromise. You have to compromise in a relationship because it's not all about
She
you.
remind you that.
Check.
Yeah, right.
see why I like your mama?
Really.
You see why?
My mama's good people. And the thing about my mother
mom's
is,
cool.
when I was in a relationship, because I can't talk about it, but when I was married, she didn't take sides. She didn't, even though I was her daughter and we were going through things, she would not try to, she wouldn't make him feel any different. She still called him her son-in-law, still treated him the same very way. She never took sides because she knew that that was the relationship between me and him, and I had to figure it out.
Right.
We had to figure it out.
Right.
She had no place in it. She was a sounding board, and that's it. That's it. My mother
I'm
is.
sending some flowers because
Yes.
I appreciate
Yeah, nice lady.
it.
Right.
Right?
David Colorado. What up, mama? Now, but going back to one of the last things we were talking about with the commitment issues and or the outsourcing or whatever. Like how that's something where you kind of already had to be in the relationship before you kind of know
We're
about
talking
the commitment.
Are we moving on to commitment?
You want something else?
Are you ready? No, I mean, if y'all ready for commitment, that's all. We need to stay on commitment for a minute, but go ahead.
I mean,
If you're ready, let's go.
let's go, man. I'm
Go
just
ahead.
saying. If you want to go, this name Dre, man. You go into the commitment issues. You already kind of been into the relationship. You've already kind of gotten established. But so how quickly? I mean, so how do you go ahead and you just end that? Like, is that a little different? Whereas some of the finances you kind of know a little up front.
Right.
But the commitment part, you don't kind of know until you kind of already got a little more in stock into it.
So are you saying that they're
Is it a little harder?
outsourcing-
Was it a little harder with the
further
commitment
in?
issue part? I mean,
Is it harder once you've established a relationship? Absolutely. Because you've already started to like the person. Like if it's the very beginning of the relationship and they decide to outsource, you can easily say, all right,
Okay, so what happens if y'all communicate, right? Go back to communication. Right? So you communicate, hey, look, I like you. I'm attracted to you. I'm not really that kind of girl. I'm a twice a month kind of girl. You communicate that, right? So y'all communicate that, right? I'm not saying that you are, but you can make this communication. I'm staying on it, right? So you go ahead and you're honest and you say, I don't really have a sex drive based on what you're saying. Okay? So he comes with the great idea. Hey, look, I got an idea. I don't got no girlfriend, but I got a few outsourcers here. How about I keep them around since you don't have a sex drive? Because I don't want that to get in the way of our relationship. We match up financially. We match up. We got good communication. I can be committed to you.
however.
That's just
But-
routine.
She's not giving you everything that you want. So why settle for somebody who?
Right, why even
Yeah,
bother?
like.
Well, okay.
I feel like why would you, if that's something that's important to you,
Right.
when like if your sexual drive is something that's important to you, you know for sure like she's
Yeah,
not,
credit.
I'm not getting what I want, I'm not satisfied in the area. Why compromise?
There's so many broads out there.
Okay,
You can
so let-
find
so let-
what
so let me-
works.
I mean, but if she's okay
Right.
with that, if you're honestly being upfront with her and having that relationship, which I can't even be a part of that relationship, that conversation. But if she's okay with that, then y'all do what y'all do. But I feel like if that's something that's important to you and you're compromising on that, then no, you shouldn't be with him.
Well, the reason why I brought up the whole thing was that most women that I've ever talked to or ever dated, they said they've went long periods of time without sex. They
Hey,
say
sometimes
that.
it's inadvertent.
Hold on, exactly. They'll say that if they're not in a relationship, they're not really feeling somebody, they can do without it. So if you can do without something, you really don't have a sex drive. So what happens? So hold on. So if you don't really have that drive, okay?
Right.
And a lot of women will admit that they don't really have it. They'll say, "I'll do it because it comes with a relationship, but it's not that that's something I really like." Okay, and that's not just a small percentage of women. A lot of women are like that. If y'all can go on a drought of 6 months to a year,
By accident.
Never intentional.
However, you should have outsourced that. While you looking for Mr. Right, you should have had your outsourcer on the side.
No one signs up for that kind of struggle.
And especially
No one wants that
so,
to
like that comes with consequences. And honestly, at this point, I can't I can't just be outsourcing all willy nilly.
Right.
And I mess up and get pregnant, get disease, like have other things happen. I just can't risk that. So you know what?
Right.
I got my friend at home.
Your choice.
And
Your choice. Your choice. So
That's responsible though.
right, that is responsible.
Responsible.
However, but all I'm trying to say that's and women, y'all are good at toys. Dudes, I'm not gonna go get the fake bump. I'm not gonna get the blow up doll. I'm not. No, I mean it's just. I don't. Maybe call it ego, but I'm not pouncing on no blow up doll.
So you'd rather risk it.
Huh?
You'd rather risk
I don't know if it's called
It's
risky.
not a risk. It's totally different for men.
It's a different situation.
It's totally different for men because.
you need to have somebody that has the same sexual drive as you.
Well, okay, what
And
I'm
you
trying to
can
say is the
have
person that you match up
point of
with, okay, that you just because if you match up with them in every other way,
Right.
okay, it's not that you don't enjoy it whenever they get around to it, but it's just not your appetite.
It's just not the same.
Then you're not matching up with them.
That's what I'm
Because you know what's
saying.
gonna
Well, the sex part, but
you know what's
it,
gonna really happen? You're gonna get into, you're gonna continue to do this relationship or whatever, and then you're gonna get married, and then you're gonna end up cheating on them,
Right.
and that's even
Because
worse
their
when
drive
you're
is not the
married.
same as yours.
And so,
But if they
why not
agree to the
just
outsourcing,
vet
then
it,
they wouldn't
like,
cheat.
right
There you
then
go.
and there.
Exactly. So, and you brought up a good point.
if they agree to it, then it's not necessary.
Yeah, if they agree to it,
Right.
but you know,
Right.
that's a whole different.
People agree to it though. That's
Time
what-
out. There are people.
There are people that can agree
They
to it.
exist.
I think
know.
it's small.
I mean, because here's the thing: what's the reality of
Maybe they exist.
everything lining up with that person being, same sexual drive, same kind of like enjoyment, same everything. I mean, of everything lining up. I'm not saying that you should,
Cheating
Kind
is
of not
very
realistic though,
high.
right?
Isn't cheating very high?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's very high. And what I'm trying to say is that getting to understand from trying to help you women understand is that there's guys that they don't have no problem committing. They like their woman. They're attracted to her. But whenever it becomes something that you use for power or leverage, or we're having a problem in a relationship and you change your level of commitment to that, it becomes hard to say, you know what? Well, I was doing this random stuff on my own. I'm random in my relationship with this. Because we having problem, because we aren't getting where we're gonna go, that becomes leverage and power. If I say we can't go on vacation, well then now all of a sudden I'm cut back to twice a month because now you use it as a power strategy. What I'm trying to say is that if you're gonna use something like that, and I guarantee y'all say y'all don't, but women do use it as a power strategy. It's leverage. It becomes leverage. Well, men don't like that, having that leverage.
So
So go ahead.
That goes back to communication. That person is using sex as a leash on you. And if they're not able to express themselves and say, here is the reason why I'm upset with you, instead of withholding sex instead, she has a communication issue.
Right.
She got a lot of
That's
issues.
what she has several issues that I'm not willing to address right now. However, her biggest issue is not being able to communicate with you the fact that she's mad about something, you're not giving her something, or she's not willing to give you something. So I'ma just withhold sex and see how you take it.
Right.
that's great.
I understand what you're saying.
things you gotta get.
It sounds good.
It always does. I've been sounding good a lot to you.
Yeah, you sound good
Things
tonight.
sound really good, you know,
Sound
whenever
good.
you're talking about them. But whenever you actually get in a situation, and I'm a little older, so I'm just letting you know that I guess as women get a little older, their priorities and things change. It becomes a lot more difficult for them to get in the mood, stress, if they have a kid. I understand things change a little bit for women. So whenever that changes for them, mine don't change regardless of
You
how
already ready.
stressed out I am, how much pressure I got on me. The drive is the exact same drive. If something's physically wrong with me, that's about the only way that stops that. So things change as you get older. So
Can I dispel the myth?
Oh,
what's
Can I
this myth?
The myth
Right,
is
please
I'm
go.
a woman of a
about to
certain
kill it.
age.
you want a certain
Okay.
age.
And I'm going to
Hold on.
dispel that myth.
Okay.
So they say that men think about sex, every 6 seconds?
I thought it was 9.
I just
Is it
thought about it.
It's
Right now.
9 seconds.
Right.
Okay, so a woman of a certain...
I just thought about it.
Oh, there you go.
10 seconds. Okay, so we're too tired. We are never too tired for
Say
that.
it again.
You never have anything going. That is a priority. It may not be number one, but it's very important. So if you're thinking about it every 8 seconds, I'm thinking about it every 9 seconds. There's something else going on.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you what it
Something
is.
else going on.
Let me
Yes.
jump in what it is.
Just
I gotta jump in
Let
what
him
it
have
is.
it.
Because
Nuts.
the key to it for the man, and this is coming from a brother who's never been married, has limited long-term relationships, but I do know this. If you can alleviate that stress, you can get to them breasts.
And then,
okay?
and then,
And that's what it comes down to.
okay, let me also say this. Let me also
Alleviate
say
the
this.
stress, get to the breast.
Let me say this. This is another plus for my mother. That is a stress reliever. My mother told me that is a stress. If that man is stressed out, you know what you do? You lay down and let him relieve the stress because you're
lay hands
relieving
on
it as
you.
well.
That's
Lay hands on
a
you.
stress reliever.
That's very grown.
Okay, so I want to
appreciate
dispel
that
the
it's
myth.
grown
Yeah.
up, right? But you are a minority in your age group, especially
that's
your
not
age
true,
group.
actually.
You are a minority.
You hooking up with the wrong women.
Dre, this might be the first time we don't agree.
Exactly. A woman's sex drive is in their 30s. Like that's a thing.
Like 30 to like 32.
So there's no need for outsourcing with you ladies.
No, listen. I'm not gonna.
Oh, she took a drink.
I
like it. Nah.
I'm not gonna.
I like that. She took a drink. She took a drink. So okay.
I don't have those problems.
Right.
Right.
No issues.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
And most women don't.
And drops mic. Like
If you're in tune, if you're in a serious relationship one-on-one and you're in tune to where she's at, and you're actually considering her emotions and where she is and her biochemical daily makeup, then you could get in tune with that as well. You can find that wavelength.
Absolutely.
Ride that
Angry
wave.
sex, sad sex.
Ride that
Right,
wave.
right.
Sex. Like that's
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what your feeling is. If you're stressed out, have sex. Like that.
Right.
Really? That sounds like a dude. That's
I mean, but
It's a thing, though.
It's not like.
What do you want to say, Tierra?
I ditto with the leader, but I haven't met that many women who have a very low self-esteem.
I haven't either. That's why
I
I'm
know
baffled.
one, like my old roommate, like absolutely sucks in bed. Like,
Oh, wow.
Just I feel like this is what she's
Putting that business in the street.
But
Is there a reason for that though?
She might just be
I
bad.
think she's not in tune with herself.
Yeah, she could be in her own head.
Yeah, like if you don't know how to.
She needs practice.
So the man's job would be to get her out of her own head. See, that's what the key is.
coach her.
You know what I'm saying?
There's always
Might need
another.
some
That
practice.
goes back
Another
to teaching
issue.
people stuff.
I might be able to teach that though. Yeah.
Professor.
Yeah. What about, real quick, one of the things Dre brought up as well, and you kind of touched on that, emotional intelligence.
You like the way that sounds.
I kind of like the way it
I've been
sounds.
reading.
I kind of like the way that sounds. Kind of sound kind of good. Knots, because you kind of brought that up as well. Like, how important? I mean,
It's key. It goes with learning. It takes a lot of learning. It takes a lot of talking to the two different people. You know what I mean? It gets a lot of just listening. Like I said last week, if dudes would just shut the hell up sometimes, you would gain so much knowledge, so much insight to the woman that you're talking to. You know what I mean? It could be in the first date, it could be on the 12th date. Women are very honest. You just got to pay attention and shut the hell up. You'll find out her keys. You'll find out how she moves, how she flows with her day, where her trouble spots are, and that's where you try to be the assistants. I see you, Trina. So, so as long as you pay attention to that and are in tune with that part,
oh my God.
I know I did. But as long as you're in tune
God.
with that, then she will appreciate that. She will show that appreciation, and it'll be a very happy life from there on.
all right.
Man, y'all just be talking so beautifully on this shit.
You wrapped it up so
That's
nice.
just so not real life, but it's
But
beautiful.
what were you saying about emotional intelligence, Dre? I mean,
I was saying
Same thing.
Same thing. I mean, but he just make it sound so beautiful.
it's
And everybody's not really that polished.
Thank you.
People
No,
don't,
notice what I'm saying. You don't have to be that
I'm
polished.
talking about as a dude though. Okay?
I'm talking about as a dude too.
You're saying, okay, we have a communication issue, right? As men, okay,
Right.
we got a problem.
We do.
We don't really have the vocabulary. We don't talk the way that women talk. We don't communicate feelings the way that we don't know how to do that the way they do. So you saying getting in tune to somebody that feels something. I'm more in tune with the logic and how things are put together, like why that goes in that pocket there. So getting in tune with that is a totally different mind state that it becomes a lot of what I do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but it
take
not
work.
that easy.
Yeah,
It take work. No, it's not easy.
So what I'm trying to tell you that
Yeah.
men are just you have to try to get there as a dude, but it's a journey.
I'm gonna give you 3 steps. This is how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Step 1, shut the hell up.
All right.
Seriously, that's the way.
Genuinely.
And actually listen. You know what I mean? That's step 1. Step 2, put yourself in the other person's shoes, in the
Okay.
female shoes. I know that's hard and it sounds jacked up, But you got to understand, how would I feel coming home after a long day at work, fighting traffic, hearing all this BS, people hating on me at work, women hating on me, all of that stress. Take that into account when you will see them walk through the door, right? Man want to say, okay, once I was a kid, it's vice versa, okay? So that's step 2. Put yourself in their shoes. Step 3, what would it take for somebody else to make you feel good at that particular time? It's really just considering another person. Put yourself last, delay gratification until later, because it's going to come later, trust me. But you just got to delay it for a few hours. What can I do to make sure to genuinely care about you at that particular moment? Those 3 steps alone will put you so far ahead on the scale.
Okay, so we've solved all the dating relationships right there. He has a 3-step program. We're gonna do that. What do you call them late night commercials, infomercials? How to save the relationship.
Right.
Not
DJ Nuts.
Right. It helps in a lot of situations. Not in every situation, because sometimes you got to put your foot down and be like, yo, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? You still got to have that part of it.
Nuts, let me ask you a question. So you're that good, right?
I don't say that.
You're that dude. You're that good.
I've talked to that many people to learn these things.
But you're that good, right? But the woman you're dealing with, she's not that good. You're in tune to her.
No, that's the best
part.
Hold on.
Go ahead. You're in tune to her. But she's not, on the flip side, not thinking about you the same way. She don't have the same ability that you do.
Right.
So you have that ability to say, okay, where's she at today? What happened in her day? Right, and you're good at that. But then the woman that you're with, she don't have that same ability. So then you start getting frustrated because you're showing somebody something that they don't have.
Right.
Okay? And she's not really paying attention to it because she's like, man, everything's small, he's so great, he's that. But then you're starving for what you need to get, because why? You in tune, but she's not really paying attention to you that way.
Right.
Okay, well then eventually that's what you're gonna stop doing. All that great understanding you had, you're gonna stop understanding, because every time she thinks, okay, well, that's about me. He wants to be concerned about me.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I gotta ask her, how was her day? How was work with you? Whenever she don't return that, you say, she's not catching on to this. This is supposed to be a 2-way thing.
True.
So what happens is all that beautiful things that you do,
Yeah.
you're gonna stop being so beautiful. You're gonna get ugly eventually.
And eventually.
It's gonna get harsh.
You're gonna get ugly.
It's gonna take
And then
a
you
certain
can't,
limit.
and then it's kind of like, it's almost on some infant kind of thing. You know, it's cute whenever an infant, you tell them, hug me. They
Right.
say, they hug you, and it's this weak hug. Kiss me, and they just slobber on you.
Right.
Okay, well, if you tell your mate something like that, okay, you seen I was in tune to you, be in tune to me. You can't tell your mate that. She got to halfway pay attention to, like, this feels good, let me give this back.
Right.
Going back to what I was talking about selfishness.
Right. I mean, if you're talking about selfishness, though, there's things, like you said, there's some things innate within women, right?
Right.
If you're leading the way on that and saying, like, look, I recognize that, and you communicate that in a very verbal way, but not in an abrasive way, you can't make them feel defensive. Women hate, because women don't get defensive like
feeling,
that
though.
in no time. So you talk to them in an open way, and it's like, look, I understand you got a lot going on. I care about you. I want us to get to this next level. As long as you talk about us and how you feel, oh my goodness. But as long as you talk about those few things, I'm giving away way too many secrets tonight.
Put it out there. I mean,
Teach.
But you got to feel comfortable in yourself to do that, because, like you said, a lot of women are in their shell, inside themselves. They're in their shells. They don't know how to deal with it.
it's called selfishness.
Right? No, it's not. It's not always that.
Selfishness.
That's part of
They're
it.
into themselves.
No, I know a lot of
What they're
people
gonna
like
get,
that. We've had
how they're going to look, what things are going to be.
What's good for them.
Selfishness, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's a
Guys
little
can be that way too.
Right, sometimes
but
it's a
we're
little
kind of
puzzle.
groomed in the dating world to not be that, because what? As a dude, you take her out, you impress her, you let her know this.
No.
We don't put the same. We don't put the equal. It's not equal.
Right.
We're not equal in that. So what happens is you get into a relationship, and she don't think she need to do the same thing, because you didn't start off from the beginning. You didn't say, okay, well, I'm trying to impress you with some things. Well, what you got to show me?
Listen, that's what I'm thinking of. You won't have to impress her. You don't have to try to impress her. You be you.
Be yourself.
You enjoy yourself. If she sees you enjoying yourself, she's going to want to be around you. That's how you attract the same kind of people to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not just about, oh, I'm trying to do this and helicopter and roses and all that. All that is fine and dandy on a surprise tip. But on a nature level, women are naturally attracted to us. And that's what dudes mess it up. All these romance novels, all that nonsense, it messes it up. By human nature alone, by you being you and being showing yourself in that confidence, women are going to be attracted to it. 1. 2, if they don't get that, then there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? You may want to dress that, you may not. They may be stuck on themselves. They may be trying to figure stuff out, which, they're okay to do it. But you got to let them go and do that. you can't go along with them on that ride. You just gotta recognize that, like, okay, you ain't ready for what I'm talking about. You don't see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna let you go on that journey alone, and we're gonna be cool, but we ain't gonna be together.
Right.
That's it.
So you basically saying the same thing. You can't. Do you think that you can develop that in a woman? Can you develop that same?
Depends on what level. Depends
Okay.
on where we at.
All
Are
right.
we close? Or are we far away? We had a 7 to a 10, or we had a 2. I can't waste my time on a 2.
Right.
At no age. 25, 21, I ain't got time for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we did, if she's like at a 7 and they ain't trying to figure it out, I'll ride with you. I got you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a drop hints right there. You know what I'm saying?
So we was
some women need you to, like, yo, this is what you need to do, but you got to recognize that in the woman that you with.
Now she gonna get you a girlfriend off of this show. You gonna get a girlfriend.
Yo, mess around.
Yo, Jay stupid.
Well, my goodness. Well, listen, we're going to take one last quick break, and we're going to come back and wrap this segment up and just put a bow on it. So check this out. Odell's Roundtable will be.